Kabolos and do it anyways. No wonder no one likes the word Kabolos or the words Kabolos. Why are we abusing it? Kabolos is supposed to be one of the most beautiful things. Welcome to my 13th podcast where we talk about the beauty of Kabolos. You may start liking the words now. All right, here we go. I'm very excited. So, Kabolos is synonymous with Na'aseh v'nishma, specifically with the word Na'aseh. We just came from Parshat Mishpatim, Na'aseh v'nishma. Let's understand this. Same thing with Na'aseh as Kabolos. We can't just, where does it come from? We're just going to just do it. We can't take the word out of context. We can't just take the life out of the object. Just do it. Even in Na'aseh, there's life in it. But what do you mean? How could there be life? Isn't Nishma the whole life of it? Meaning, Nishma is where we understand it, we appreciate it, we love it, you feel the inspiration. But no, there's actually also life in Na'aseh. There is something there, and it's very, very beautiful. And if you know this, it can help you in a lot of relationships. This ties into our episode of Yetzer Zayin and Nechne Zayin. This ties in also to a Mashpia Mekabel dynamic. This can apply to many things. All right, let's go. So, let's look at the first time. Let's look at our Na'aseh v'nishma. Na'aseh v'nishma, why do you think the Yidden just said? The Yidden just said it? God, Hashem, prepared them for it. He made them want to do Na'aseh v'nishma. Kabolos. It's not like a ruler. You don't accept a ruler. A ruler forces you to do something. This is the way we're using Kabolos. That's wrong. Kabolos is not forcing. Kabolos is I accept it. I receive it. And I want to receive it. Well, how could I want to receive it if I don't yet understand it? If I don't yet feel for it? What is the secret over here? Why would I just receive something? A king, you want to receive him. A king is not forceful. Why would I receive the king? Why would I receive the Melech Malchei Amlachim? Well, apparently, just the fact that he's Melech Malchei Amlachim, the ruler of the world in all existence, wasn't enough. Because we all know what he did. And yet, we don't put the two together. I have to say it because no one talks about it. Before Har Sinai happened, what did Hashem do? Let's just go for it briefly because we know. The 10 makas, the man, the water, the Kriyas Yamsuf, and many more. Now you get the point. Hashem showed his love like crazy. Not only did he destroy our enemies, which Hashem doesn't like to destroy people, the main thing is that he treated us very, very like the best time in history, like luxury should be luxury. Okay? He showed us we can trust him, especially by Kriyas Yamsuf. It's like, trust me, go in there. You can trust me. That was the ultimate. That we just walked into the sea and Hashem split it for us. And Hashem is like, you see, you can trust me. After all of that, then no wonder we say Na'aseh v'nishma will accept you, because we realize that Hashem not only, there's two aspects over here. You need to realize that Hashem is someone we can trust, we can let go, fully let go. Like we know the difference between emun and bitachon. Emun is that I believe that he can do it. Bitachon is that I myself am willing to put myself in that situation. There's a specific mashal about the person who goes on a rope and he's able to balance on a rope with a barrel on top of a barrel. So the guy says, yeah, I believe you can do it. I saw him do it. Bitachon is okay, now get inside the barrel. So we had that. I believe that Na'aseh is the ultimate accepting, is that you, and the more we let this is already a separate topic from one and bitachon. I know that's not the focus topic over here, but I'm just bringing out that the real Kabolos accepting is when we fully trust. And how were we able to do that? Because God literally said, go into the sea, trust me, I'm telling you, it's gonna work. And it split. Like, he did so many things for us. He showed us, so the two things that he had to prove was, number one, that he is the ultimate power, and he proved that by destroying what seemed to be the most powerful nation on earth besides for the Jews, the Mitzrim, he wiped them out. And he showed not only he's the strongest, well, he can be the strongest, but how do we know he's on our side? Well, see how he treated us when he took us out of Mitzrayim, the best of the best. So after all of that, then came Na'aseh v'nishma. Then we accepted. We said, "Are you kidding me? This is the being God. Well, we want to be on His side. We want to be let go." And like you can't. There's no one in their right mind would not accept this offer. You have the most powerful being showing you his love, that he wants you. Why wouldn't you accept it? Who cares if I don't know what he's going to tell me? He already proved that he's the most powerful and he cares about me more than anyone else. So of course, Kabolos oil. I will accept. I want to. It's the most best thing ever. In a way, the Kabolos oil, the nasa, the true Kabolos oil nasa that we can have is even more geschmack than the nishma. The nishma is more okay. Now let's try to. It's more like the general appreciation and geschmack that Hashem is. We're in Hashem's hand, and then nishma is more of the specific. It's okay. Now let's try to understand the details and the why of this and why of that, and try to get my mind into it. That's important because we need to also get our minds involved and our heart involved. But there's a very, very deep trust that na'aseh is so important. And that's how Kabolos is a beautiful thing. That's how na'aseh v'nishma is a beautiful thing. This applies in all cases, many cases, any relationship of Mashpia and Mekabel dynamic. The reason why the Mekabel, you gotta make the Mekabel want that he should. Why should the Mekabel trust the Mashpia? The Mashpia's responsibility is to make, we learn it from God, Hashem, the ultimate Mashpia, that he, just like he proved to us that you want to accept it from me. Yes, we can't be like God, but we have to do our best as a Mashpia, as a teacher or a parent. We have to show that we're doing our best, that you can trust me, as also as a spouse, as a husband. You can do your best in trusting me. I trust Hashem, and I'm doing my best, so therefore you can rely on me, the Mashpia, as a teacher, as a parent, as a husband. You can trust me. It's Mashpia's responsibility to put that feeling in the recipient. There's actually a story of the Rebbe where very awkwardly there was an argument. They were arguing husband and wife in front of the Rebbe, and the Rebbe said, and the husband said to the Rebbe, isn't she supposed to listen to me? The Rebbe responded, it's your responsibility to make her want to listen to you. It's the same idea. So this applies in all dynamics. It's very, very important. I also want to mention that now that we're mentioning Na'aseh and Nishma, also we need to, the importance of asking questions. And this is also, and now that we have this basis, this foundation, that we trust Hashem, now it's totally different. You know how they say when someone asks you a question, you need to know where the question is coming from. When someone asks me a question, and I can hear that his question, where is it coming from? Is it coming from Emunah and Bitachon? Is it coming from, yes, I know Hashem is right, I just want to understand this prat? Okay, I'll answer your question. But if your question is, it could sound like the same question, but you can tell from the tone, you can tell from deep within inside, it's not a question about Basar B'Challah. It's not a question about Shabbos and this and that. I have a problem with the whole foundation. Then forget about it. Let's talk about the foundation. First, trust Hashem is right. Believe me, He's right. He's the person you can trust. Okay, now I understand that. And therefore, questions don't weaken our relationship. Questions strengthen our relationship. Because no matter, the stronger the question is, the more it's like, wow. It's like, okay, I know for sure Hashem is right. And yet, there's this question I don't understand about Hashem, but I know Hashem is right. Even though I will not understand it, it's a huge question. But Hashem is always right. Hashem is doing the right thing for me. Whether it be a question in theory, in Gemara, or a question of practicality of why the righteous suffer and all this, it's like, wow, it's such a big question. And yet Hashem is still right. It's just insane. These things, this is life-changing things. Why am I this? And I'm saying this because I haven't heard this either said at all or enough for anyone. This needs to go viral. We need to spread the word. This is very, very important. So when we have a question, questions are encouraged because if they're coming from so the reason why there are people now, it's getting better, but it used to be we should shy away questions or say like even at the very best you used to say, okay, makeup teachers or educators are very good at, parents, anyone, are very good at shying away and not saying the words, I don't know. Excuse me, Rashi was able to say, I don't know. Are you better than Rashi? I don't think so. So let's be honest. And I believe they can respect you more. Because what we looked up to is not perfect people. We need to get out of that our mind that we have to, as the Mashpiim, it's not about us being perfect. Hashem and the Rebbe are the only ones that are perfect. The rest of us, we have to do our best. We are role models, not in doing our best, because that's not true. You're fooling them, it can make it worse. We're role models that we are trying to do our best. And it's even inspiring. It's like, wow, this is someone who has the Yetzer Hara, who has all these reasons not to be doing the right thing, and yet he's still trying to do the right thing. That is inspiring. Well, tzaddikim are also inspiring, but there's two different ways, right? So questions are encouraged. If it's coming from the reason why, so this is the question: why did it used to be people who used to shy away questions, even say as bad as like, oh, that's a stupid question. Why do they say that? Because one of the reasons is because they see the question, well, besides for their own ego, fine. It could be a famous, very common reason. But it could be as pure as they're afraid, oh, it might weaken the relationship. No. Well, you know what? Then you got to go back to the basics. Why are you teaching Torah before they know this foundation that you can trust Hashem? Once they have this foundation, you can trust Hashem, then questions only strengthen that relationship. Chaim with Bracha, can't wait till this reaches out to many people to change lives, to bring Mashiach. So summary and takeaway is as follows. This idea of Kabolos, we need to transform it from becoming a abusive word, being forceful, because it's not forceful. That's the definition of Kabolos is the opposite of forceful. A ruler is forceful, but a king is a Mashpia, a proper Mashpia educator, inspires the Mekabel to want to accept. How does he do that? We learn from Hashem that just like Hashem showed us he's the most powerful when he took us out of Mitzrayim, the Kriyas Yamsuf, and he showed us his love to us. So obviously, it's the most best thing we can do, logically, in every single aspect. The best thing we can do for ourselves, for everyone's sake, is to accept him as king. So likewise, this applies to all dynamics in a Mashpia, in the Mekabel relationship, in a husband, in a parent, in an educator, in a teacher. It's the Mashpia's responsibility to put that feeling of, you can trust me. And even though we're not like Hashem, but we trust in Hashem. We're relying on we're leaning on Hashem, and we do our best. Hashem says if we do our best, serve Hashem in the ways of nature and through Torah mitzvahs, then we could be assured that we can rely on Mashpiim of whoever it is, even though we're human beings. L'chaim devracha. I hope this could change lives and bring Mashiach now. Obviously, as usual, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share to help the Oliver bring it to more people, which helps change lives and bring Mashiach now.